Oh man, all of you are going to be so happy with me right now. Okay, this was truly wild. So, we're going to start here with the raw footage. This is totally untouched. And what we're seeing here is what I initially thought was potentially an actual bird that I was seeing flying through the sky. Now, I did not see it enter, which is part of why I had that initial thought, except for the fact that moments before this, but what I wasn't able to catch on camera was it doing what it's doing right now, except that it was hovering in one place, and it looked like it was freaking out. It was just flapping its wings everywhere. That's what it looked like. But it seemed off. So I sprung up out of bed and I decided to start filming. There was another one that came in and I was like, oh, maybe that one, is a bird. And then this started to happen and I was like, where did that come from? And it kept, cloaking. I was able to see it clear with the naked eye and it was very thin. And as you can see in the top left coming down is a much brighter plane with the trail and also seems bigger. Now, I admittedly have not really looked very closely at that because I was too fascinated with everything else that was going on in this video, but this one maintained a very slow pace and it looks flat. And what was also interesting was, yes, albeit a windy day, the trail didn't seem to hold, but the other one did. Now, what we're looking at now is going to be me actually screen recording the video because I wanted to show you some things that are truly amazing, okay? So, this is the first part of the video, and as you can see, I'm scrubbing it basically frame by frame. This is obviously not a bird at all. That's me moving the screen because I want you to be able to see things close up as they're happening, and the bird is actually moving. Sorry if you heard that chirping. That was a cat toy, and it is now off. So we're looking at this. This is completely shape-shifting. Birds do not split in half, and they do not go from a bird to something else, right? A real bird is going to stay a bird. And if you blink, you miss something that's happening. This starts to have a glowing center. It's dropping things from it. And there are also things that hang from it. And then at this point, actually, it starts to put something projected like out of it in front of it. This is truly remarkable, not to mention that it doesn't have any sort of, solidity to it. It has this very bright aura that maintains around it the whole time. And as you can also see, this is flying all over the place. A bird is not going to have energy around like this. It's not going to be projecting things out of it in the middle of the sky in Brooklyn especially, or dropping things downward. Now, yes, of course, birds go to the bathroom, perhaps they drop one thing, but that's not something that I would think I would capture on camera, and it certainly wouldn't be something that's replicated. Now, look at that. It just turns into an orb and back to a bird. It completely disappeared and reappeared. Initially, I thought maybe it was just the light shining off this bird, but this is way too strange. And the pattern that it's going in is also very strange. Look at that, just like folded in on itself and then became this incredibly bright, I don't even know what to call it. What was coming up for me as I was watching all of this back is this to me, and like that, look at that. I had to rewind and go fast forward again because that was, look at that. And by the way, after a couple of these screen recorded versions where I slow things down and bring things back for you, I also have some screen grabs from the videos, and you're going to see really that close up. It's mind-blowing. And I was hearing no sound from, any of this. I mean, yes, I'm inside on the second floor of the apartment. So that one in the upper right corner is the second one entering in. And so you can start to see them interact as that's coming in, and it's having the same behavior. And I'm at a distance where it was pretty tough to be able to see this. So, I mean, just watching again, frame by frame, how these are behaving. I mean, they're shifting from orb to bird to things that I don't even know what they are. It's incredible. I mean, they disappear. Look, now it's cloaking itself. There's no doubt in my mind that these are not birds. So, as I was about to say, before my cat interrupted me, so I paused and came back, I firmly believe that these are somewhat of a collaboration from extra-dimensionals and the government. It feels very intentional and drone-like. The things that they're dropping just doesn't give me good vibes. I mean, look at this right now. It transforms into something else. I don't think it's only government, because I honestly, as much as we've reverse engineered things, I am having a tough time thinking that this is truly government on our own. I believe that they were helped. Either way, however these got here and whatever they are doing, these are not birds. Look at it, just totally disappeared, okay, and then reappeared. Do not tell me that birds just appear and disappear like that. They do not. And to be totally honest, it's winter here. There really was not a lot of sun. It's been really cloudy. We had days of rain and snowstorms. So, yes, while it was a brighter day than we've had in a couple of days, there was nothing particularly bright in the sky. And as you can see, there's really no clouds at this point at all. So there you go. You see it disappear behind there. These are the close-ups. See how it's dropping, and splitting. The aura around it. Okay, there it's split into two. Birds do not split into two. They do not. And what is this rectangular force field? I don't know. It's coming from up, or that looks like a craft to me. I have no idea what that is for sure. Okay, that is a close-up of what I was talking about before. Isn't that amazing? This is the second one coming down. That's that close-up from there. And this is it projecting it. I mean, what are these?